All right, we've got a great crowd, and we are looking forward to celebrating today. Yesterday, we were going to spend a lot of time today talking about champions, building champions, and the folks who will come through this building. Yesterday, Florida Southern lost one of its greatest champions as Dr. Sarah McKay passed away. And what I would like to do now, if you would join me in observing a moment of silence, as with gratitude and celebration for a life incredibly well lived, we remember Dr. McKay. Thank you. Now, I would offer one thought as we get started here. I would like to begin, since Dr. McKay was one of our greatest champions, with Go Mocs on 3, and I would like for it to be as loud and hearty so that Dr. McKay can turn to all the other angels and say, I told you we had the best fans in the world. 1, 2, 3, Go Mocs! All right, Drew.
All right, good afternoon. Great to see everyone. So happy that you're here. My name is Drew Howard. For those of you I don't know, I'm the Director of Athletics and Dean of Wellness here at Florida Southern. It is my honor to welcome you here today to our celebration as we formally open up, cut the ribbon, get to work in the Adams Athletic Performance Center. This is a very special day for me. It's a very special day for our entire department. This is a milestone of years of hard work and vision. This is a huge part of the continued effort to have the most successful athletic department in the NCAA. When I interviewed here in 2013 with Pete Meyer, I remember Pete telling me about the new weight room they wanted, the new weight room they were going to build. Even before 11 years ago when I interviewed, we had a need and a dream for this space. Today we celebrate that dream and vision being realized in the Adams Athletic Performance Center. This space was designed beautifully by Jeff Baker. Jeff couldn't be here with us today, but I wanted to acknowledge Jeff's hard work and thank him for his work in this space, so thank you, Jeff. We have lots of people to thank today. You're going to hear me mention lots of names, but I wanted to start with a couple in particular. I want to thank Dr. Kerr. Dr. Kerr, you helped craft the vision for this space that resulted in what we're celebrating today. Without your dedication and passion for athletics, it doesn't happen. I also want to thank Bob, Ginny, Joel, and Kelly for embracing that vision and caring about our wonderful student athletes to help make this a reality. I also want to thank Dawn and Todd Leathers for joining us in our celebration today. This beautiful space gives our student athletes a home to train, recover, study, and improve their craft. We're so glad you were all here today to see this space officially dedicated for our athletics program. I want to thank a few more. I want to specifically thank our coaching staff and athletic administration for their patience, for their trust, but also for their burning desire to see this come to fruition. You all have worked really, really hard. You've been patient with me, and you've been extremely supportive, so thank you all very much. I also want to thank our development team. You all deserve so much credit. I want to specifically thank Heather Ferris and Chris Dory. We have brainstormed together. We've complained together. We've had successes and celebrated together and everything in between. So I want to thank you both, including the entire development team. Thank you for your work in this. You may be able to tell, and if you can't tell, you will be able to tell, that we're not 100% done with the Adams Athletic Performance Center. But honestly, I just could not tolerate any longer not showing this space to you all. It was time to show it off. But we do have lots of things still to come. The room that we're in right now will probably never again host a lunch or an event like this. There is a lot of weight equipment to be assembled. We got squat racks all over the place. If you see a logo on the floor, that means there's a squat rack on one side or the other of it. We have permanent furniture that has to be assembled and brought, and we have a lot of branding and signage that we still want to do. And don't worry, I'm holding some space for some additional trophies, for some new trophies that we're going to put in this building. I do want to recognize a few members of our Board of Trustees who are here with us today. If you could please wave or stand. and we would like to welcome you. Bob Adams, Joel Adams, Ashley Barnett, Barney Barnett, Nancy Katarius, Sanji Coney, Mr. Bill Drost, Al Garcia, Jason Rada, Bill Pugh, the Reverend Alex Shanks, Larry Stahl, Bob Ulrich, Mayor Bill Mutz, Bishop Bob Fannin. Thank you all for being here. I'm also pleased to recognize a few of our elected officials from the city of Lakeland who are here with us to celebrate today. Again, Mr. Mayor Bill Mutz, the Honorable Sarah McCarley, and the Honorable Guy Leland. Thank you all for being here. And when I welcomed our coaches, I do want to recognize one other person who's here, Miss Lois Webb, who established so much of what this department is. I'm so happy to see you here today, Lois. Thank you for being here. I need to recognize some donors, thank them for their support of this project. If you could stand or wave when I call your name, that'd be great. We'd love to applaud all of you. Harrell Family Charities and the Student Athlete Success Center. Peter Golotko, who helped with the Student Athlete Recovery Area. Robert Fryer Jr. in the conference room. And I don't know if Chairman Fryer's here, but I do want to tell just a quick fun story before I keep going. I took an athletic facilities class through this building a few weeks ago when it was still very much under construction. You wouldn't believe how much work the RADA team has done in the last couple weeks. But when we got to the upstairs conference room, which everyone in here needs to go see, one of the student athletes stopped and said, "This view is fire." I took that as a very good compliment for what that view is up there. I might have gotten my kids to translate later, but it was a good thing. Andy Norman in the GMF Steel Group Strength Area. The Wesley R. Barnett Plaza. The Boone Family Entrance. Dr. Catherine Lowe and Dr. Henry Acosta's Team Film Room. The Chuck and Connie Beauvais Men's and Women's Basketball Head Coaching Offices. The John Mack Assistant Men's Basketball Coach's Office, given by the Mack family. Tutu's Women's Assistant Basketball Coach Office, supported by the Burt Martin Foundation. The Baldwin Group Lacrosse Head Coach Office. Thank you, Steve Wizarek. Pretty close, Steve. I hope that was close, Steve. And David Jenkins, who cannot be here today, but has provided significant support for the improvement and the building of our weight rooms on campus. Thank you. It's now my pleasure to get out of the way and introduce to you Florida Southern College's 18th president for his first official event. And personally, I'm proud that it's an athletic event, Dr. Jeremy Martin.
Well, it is a delight to be with you all today for what is truly a momentous occasion for Florida Southern College and for Mocs Athletics. Bob and Ginny, thank you for your more than 50 years of support. I won't do the math. Ginny said the year that you all first came to a Florida Southern event and actually met the first Florida Southern basketball coach. But when Bob and I spoke recently, we talked a little bit about competing and all the things in which he has competed and won. And it reminded me of St. Paul's admonition to the Corinthians in the New Living Translation, "So run to win." To all of our 585 student athletes, that's the message that each person who has supported this facility shares with you today. Bring your God-given talents, hone your abilities here, and run to win. The championship banners you win will be earned here in the Adams Center. You will earn them with every extra clank of a weight plate on the bar, although the plates are rubberized so they don't clink in the way that they used to. Each encouraging word of a teammate for one more rep. each extra moment of film preparation to prepare for and know an opponent, and each moment of extra academic work to become a champion in life. To Bob and Jenny, Joel and Kelly, thank you so much for all of your support, and to everyone who has made this facility possible. We are grateful for your visible encouragement of our student athletes to run to win. Now, to all of us fans, our task is to sustain that encouragement. I look forward to seeing you, and even more to hearing you, at all of our team's events. At the Jenkins Fieldhouse, the Barnett Athletics Complex, the Warden Tennis Center, Henley Field, and Arata Stadium. And wherever you are and wherever you see me, know that it will always be Go Mocs. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeremy. I now would like to introduce Trustee Jason Rada. Jason is the president of Rada Construction, and along with the incredible Rada team, headed up the construction of the Adams Athletic Performance Center. He's also a member of the Intercollegiate Athletics Committee, Building and Finance, Vice Chair for the Buildings and Grounds. We keep him busy. And the Building and Grounds Committee for the Board of Trustees. In addition, Jason is a former Mack athlete, so we're happy to have him here and have some comments. Jason?
Thank you, Drew, and good afternoon, everyone. This is so amazing to see all of these student athletes, donors, supporters, and Mack fans here in this space today. Spending so much time these past few months walking through this building and knowing what it ultimately was going to look like, it's really special to be able to share that with you all today. So thank you, everybody, for being here. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, as an alumni, and now as a proud father of a Mack, I am really appreciating, and I want to really extend our sincere appreciation to the Adams family for your generous support of Mack's athletics, but of this building in particular. As a former athlete here, although it wasn't for very long, I can understand and appreciate the hard work and the effort, just like Jeremy said, that's going to take place in this space, and that this truly is a world-class facility that's going to make our athletics even greater than they have been in the past, which is pretty amazing. Thank you again, Bob and Jenny, Joel and Kelly, for your support of the Mocks and of this space. Go Mocks.
Thank you, Jason. Rada Construction has been great and great to our athletic department, and I also wanted to thank a few people who many of you probably don't know. There has been a lot of sweat shed putting this together. There's been tears shed. I'm sure some of the subs bled somewhere in this building. But I just wanted to thank a few people. Cindy Harris. Cindy, just give us a little wave. Thank you, Cindy. I also didn't see him, but I want to mention Ed Holly and Jeff Sandman. You don't understand how much work they put into it. And I just really appreciate them. Cindy might as well be an honorary member of the athletic department at this point, as much time as she's already put in the weight room. So, but thank you all. Yes, please. Also, while we're on the construction topic, I just want to mention two other people really quick. Terry Dennis and Jody Rada. So if you're not on campus all the time, you may not understand how much work goes into a project like this, how much work that Jody and Terry do. For me personally, Jody and Terry allowed me in. They allowed me into this world. They taught me a lot. They tolerated my stupid questions. And they spent so much time embracing this vision for this space. They care passionately about our student athletes, and I'm just grateful to each of you for what you've done in this building, so thank you both. Now I'd like to introduce one of our student athletes, Reese Colwell, a senior defender from Charlotte, North Carolina. Reese is a member of our women's lacrosse program for some comments. Reese?
Just move this down a little. Mr. and Mrs. Adams, I speak for all of my fellow athletes when I say thank you for all that you've done and provided us with this amazing new athletic center. We are so fortunate to be able to train and work hard and compete at the highest levels in Division II. On behalf of Florida Southern athletes and the entire student body, Ginny and Kenny, please accept these flowers in recognition of our gratitude. And Bob and Joel, we have a gift for you two as well. We want to make sure you always have a reminder of how much we appreciate your support at Florida Southern. Thank you.
Thank you, Reese. Now I'd like to invite our guests of honor, Bob and Ginny, to come forward and share a few comments. Bob?
Thank you, Drew. As I said at our groundbreaking, I'm a bit of a sentimentalist at heart, so if I get a little choked up, please bear with me. But I've been a basketball junkie since I was about 14. I was fortunate to marry a girl who enjoyed basketball about as much as I did. Perhaps more, I'm not sure, but we came to Lakeland in spring of 1966 when I came to work for Florida Tile and Jimmy Sykes. I also paid homage to Jimmy, who was my mentor, and in reality I owe it all to him. I wouldn't be where I am without the confidence he had in me and the confidence he gave me to strike out home run. But we went to our first basketball game in December of '66. About a year later, Caroline Height was Jimmy's secretary, called me and said, Jimmy would like you to represent him at a sports function at Florida Southern. So that was the first official trip I ever made to the campus. But it's been a fun time. I really got involved more about the time in '76 when Hal Whistle came here. It's kind of neat that John Mack's family is here to recognize. In reality, John really got me involved in the program. In '79, when he made his first split from his partner Joe Gandolfo, they leased some space from me in my Sunstate Homes building, and John and I really, being sports junkies, became good friends. Later, he pulled me into the broadcast program, and we had a good time. So, Tilly, you and Jen and I have some great memories from those 6 or 8 years when we did that. In those years, the Division I programs would play us, not exhibition, but real games. So we went to some of the basketball meccas in the country. We went up to Duke, Wake Forest, played Georgetown at Capitol Center, played Michigan at Chrysler Arena when Rumil Robinson was running that break, when Maverick Larry Brown was at Kansas, Norm Stewart was at Missouri. But it was a fun time, and it's being involved in the program here in the basketball, playing and all the other sports as well. I took up golf when I was 45 when Joel wanted to play golf. So we've been involved in that. But Southern is a great institution. Joel graduated from here. I've been able to see firsthand what the education and the training and the preparation he got. But to all the people who have been involved in doing this, thank you. Jason, I was fortunate to know your dad. I still call him Johnny because I met him in 1973 when his dad worked for West Building Materials, and Johnny was unloading trucks. I went to West. That was the only place that would give me credit in those years, so it was a special relationship. But thank you very much. And Jody and I have been through the round a few times. We're building stuff, so I thank you for all the effort. And to all of you who have helped make this happen, it's something we all take a lot of pride in. So thank you very much.
Come back up, Bob. Sorry, I was supposed to get up here faster. I'd also like to invite Dr. Martin and Dr. Kerr to come forward if you could, please. I left a key spot off on the new Adams Center and a key donor, but it's an important one for all of our athletes as they come into the building through this beautiful new lobby that we're stacked real deep in right now. Most of us know how dedicated of a fan Dr. Kerr has been to FSC Athletics. And to honor this commitment of her support in the Adams Athletic Performance Center, Trustee Bill Pugh and his wife Kathy have named the Dr. Ann B. Kerr lobby out front. Dr. Kerr, I hope every athlete who walks in these doors know that Florida Southern is the home of champions. Hopefully they will train to the best that they can. Hopefully we will help them keep the referees straight and always cheer on the Mocks. Thank you, Dr. Kerr. All right. Bishop Fannin, could you please join me at the podium and lead us in a prayer of dedication for the Adams Athletic Performance Center?
Let us pray. O providing and caring Creator, we come to you with grateful hearts. You have provided our needs once again. We recognize especially the Adams family for their sacrificial support to provide this beautiful performance center, which we will protect and prepare our athletes to perform as they represent our college. We are grateful for their dedication to achieving high standards in the area of their excellence. We are aware that there are others who participated financially and prayerfully to make this day possible. It is so important that our student athletes feel the Florida Southern College community support. As we cut this ribbon, may we look to a bright future in our athletic endeavors. We dedicate this center in your holy name. Amen.
Thank you, Bishop Fannin. Now I'd like to invite members up here to come and do the ribbon cutting. It's going to be a tight squeeze, but we're going to do the best we can. Bob and Ginny, Joel and Kelly, Dr. Martin and Tia, please come up here. Dr. Kerr, if you could. And then the donors that were named earlier, if anyone's in here that can come up. Andy Norman, Kat Lowe, Barney and the Barnett family. Ashley, if you could join us. The Mack family, if you all could join us as well. The Boones, Steve Wizarek, Jason Rada, and Abby. Bishop Fannin, come on back up. Come on, Nick. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. You can stick around or you headed out? Bob, Ginny, Joel Kelly, we greatly look forward to having the Adams family name associated with this beautiful performance center. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here today. This is probably the most we'll ever have in the weight room, and I'm okay with that. We'll stick. Men's lacrosse, Marty, you're going to give them a good run for their money, I think. You'll put a lot of guys in here. We're going to take some more photos. There are refreshments. The fun part, though, now, explore the building. Eat some food. Upstairs, we have office suites, conference room. Downstairs, some of our athletes are going to tell you what the spaces are downstairs. The elevator is to my left, most of your rights. Stairs are on my right, your left. Explore the building, enjoy some refreshments. We would love to answer any questions you have about the space. I cannot thank you all enough for being here today, taking time out of your day to join us in this celebration. Thank you again, and as others have said, but said it correctly, go Mocks.